What's good, y'all? This is Randall Branch. Welcome back to the channel. You guys see the title of the video, The Truth About Building Muscle Naturally. I can speak on this because I am a natural. I will forever be natural. And I want to inspire you guys and encourage you guys to stay natural as well, okay? But a lot of you guys don't understand the fact that as a natural, if you want to build muscle, you're in it for the long haul. This isn't some get rich quick type of thing. This isn't some instant gratification type of thing. But I don't, guys, like for me personally, I'm just gonna be real. Like I'm already going off topic, but fuck it. For me, I mean, I guess it's not off topic, but just for me personally, like that motivates me. A lot of you guys, it discourages you. Oh, it's gonna take longer to build muscle. Oh, it's gonna take me 5 years instead of 2 years, or why do this in 2 years if I can do this in 6 months or whatever. It's like that should motivate you. Like just I don't know. I just have the mindset of delayed gratification for everything, guys. For my mindset, for money, for my business, for my physique. I know that at 23, at 25, at 27, at 30, at 35, at 40, at 45, at 61, I'm just going to be above the game because my inputs are dialed in. My inputs are dialed in. My inputs are dialed in. And I have the mindset of I don't need to see shit today, August 22nd, in order for me to keep going. And I need you guys to have that mindset when you're building your physique naturally, right? But the real point of this video is understanding that we're in a different game than people who take gear. Again, we have to do things in a different way. There's a guy named Coach Colton. And he makes reaction videos and shit, and he said it beautifully. Those of us who are natural, and he's not natural, but he said those are the guys and the women, but mostly guys who are natural. They have they have a smaller margin of error, meaning that going off their diet, going off their sleep, getting off their water, skipping days of creatine, certain things, mail in workout sessions, that's going to affect you more as opposed to if you take gear, you have a bigger margin of error. Where, yeah, you could eat pizza, you could have a cheat meal every weekend, or maybe you get 4 hours of sleep every other day, or maybe you have some workouts where you just talk and yap your whole session. You don't even train, you don't even focus. That's not going to affect you as much as the natural, right? I want you guys to know that as a natural, I've been listening for 5 years. My first 3 years were shit, but my last 2 years have been pretty solid. So that's a total of 5 years. Now, because I've made mistakes with my nutrition mostly, but even with my training and definitely my recovery, because I'm just gonna keep it a buck, bro. When I was my first few years in college, I was talking to a whole bunch of women, bro, and I was staying up like probably like two to three nights a week. I probably got like 4 to 5 hours of sleep just because I was hanging out with chicks all night. That's just how I was getting down my first few years of college, especially. And that shit affected me, bro. Now, my last 2 years have been solid. I have a total of 5 years, but my first 3 years not being dialed in definitely affected my newbie gains. I still have a total of 5 years, but I still feel like there's some gains that I've been able to pull out the last couple years that potentially I missed out on my first 3 years from not being dialed in. But in its totality, I'm still 5 years in. And I say that to say gains have slowed down by now. I'm not expecting to put on 10 to 15 pounds of muscle a year. I understand that I'm at a point where even with everything dialed in, I might gain like 3 pounds of muscle a year. That's what you guys don't understand. And this is why I preach stuff like no cheat meals. I preach stuff like staying dialed in. I preach stuff like making sure you're getting your sleep in and your meal time and all this shit. Because as a natural, you can have everything dialed in from point A to point Z, everything in your equation dialed in, and you still might gain 2 pounds of muscle, depending on where you're at. Like if you're on year 7 going on year 8, you can have everything dialed in and gain 2.5 pounds of real muscle tissue, right? So let's say that you didn't have everything dialed in. Now that's only a pound, right? So you really have to, and this is why I love bodybuilding and I love fitness, because it really is like a war of attrition, where it's like day in and day out. There's no off days. It's not like you could be like, oh yeah, my physique doesn't matter today. No, if you eat like shit and you decide to bullshit on your sleep or your water intake or you skip workouts, it's gonna show up in your long term results. Which is why I love it, because as a guy who truly loves the game, I know that I'll be able to etch out most people because I'm truly dedicated to this game, and most guys aren't. But just know as a natural, you're gonna have to have things dialed in. This is important because a lot of the fitness influencers that you guys watch are eating pizza, they're drinking alcohol, they're going on raves, right? They're smoking, they're doing all these things they're living like degenerates basically, and they're doing all these things that are detrimental to the body. And you're thinking, well, I could do that, not understanding that they're on gear, bro. Like being on gear, it gives you an advantage. Whatever people want to say, if you use gear, you are putting your body in a state where it's anabolic damn near 24/7 if you do things right. You're going to be able to build muscle at faster and better rates. You're going to be able to burn fat and keep a lean body composition at a better rate than a natural, right? A motherfucker who's on a good amount of gear, he eats 5,000 calories of pizza, donuts, and ice cream, and I don't know, and crumble cookie and Zaxby's. His body, his nutrient, he's taking growth and insulin and tren and all this shit. His body's gonna partition those nutrients better than the natural who doesn't have all that. He has normal growth because you have growth hormone. You have obviously you have insulin and shit like that, but you don't have these super physiological levels that the guy who's taking gear has. So keep that in mind, guys. Like there isn't no instant gratification in natural bodybuilding. And again, I'm not a bodybuilder, but I still follow the game and the science and the art of bodybuilding. I'm looking to sculpt my best physique. I'm eating healthy. I'm getting my water, and my water's right there. I'm getting my sleep in. I'm doing all these things. Yes, I never plan on competing, but I'm living the life. A lot of you guys are living the life, right? A lot of you guys who watch me are guys who want to get on body game. You guys are guys who want to build your best physique, to attract the best quality women, to have the most confidence, to put yourself in the best predicaments, to have the best financial situations, the best business situations, the best career situations. A lot of you guys are living the lifestyle of a bodybuilder to a degree. Understand that if you are natural, you are in it for the long haul. There isn't no instant gratification with this shit. A lot of you guys might see my physique. You guys are like, Randall, you guys disrespect the game. Randall, I'm gonna get your physique in 3 months. I've been at it for 5 years. I'm not saying it's gonna take 5 years to achieve my physique. Like I said, I've made a lot of mistakes, especially early on. But you're not just gonna, you never see me post some shit where it's like, work with me for 30 days, work for me for 60 days. When I first started coaching, and I still do personalized plans, one-off personalized plans. I have ebooks and programs, so check the description if you guys are interested in that. But when I first started coaching, I had different packages. I had a 2-month program, a 4-month program, but now I only have one package. I only have a 6-month program. I don't want to work with you for 2 months. I don't want to work with you for 4 months. You have to work with me for at least 6 months because I want you to understand that this is a game. This is like a game of life. Like this isn't something to where it takes 2 weeks. Give me 30 days, abs in 60 days. We've heard it all. This isn't that. This is you got to lock in, bro. I need 60. I need fuck it. What's 180 days? Is it? Yeah, yeah. That's 100. I need 180 days with you, bare minimum. Because I have guys who want to sign back up. So maybe we're in it for a year, but I need 180 days with you. We're day in and day out. You're hitting your macros. We're working on it. Maybe you're not perfect at the beginning, but we're getting you right with your macros and your sleep and your training and your water intake and your electrolytes and all this shit. Because you must understand that this is something that it's like to death do us part. Like you're married to this shit, bro. This isn't something that you get to clock out of, right? We're naturals. I work with a lot of guys who are natural. Now, if you're on gear, do you still need to eat healthy? Do you still need to have things dialed in? Of course. But like Coach Colton said, I love the mindset of like your margin of error is just different. It just really is. Again, naturally, you can do everything right. You might gain 3 pounds of muscle a year. You do everything right your first. Nobody does everything right their first year. You have to learn. But let's say you do everything right your first year. You're not gaining 40 pounds of muscle. You might gain 10 pounds, maybe 15. Okay. A lot of you guys, and I see guys do this all the time, and this is why I'm so against bulking. I'll probably make this another video. Oh, I'm finna bulk and I'm gonna gain 40 pounds this year. 37 and a half pounds of that is pure fat and water. You gain 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds of true muscle tissue. Again, the same thing with bulking. You cannot rush the process. And truth be told, and I can make this a video too, it's the same thing with cutting. I'm gonna lose 40 pounds of pure fat in 2 months. No, you were gonna lose some muscle with that. You cannot cheat the game in any direction. You're not gonna crazy bulk your way up to having a crazy physique. You're not gonna crazy deficit your way to having a super lean physique. You will gain too much fat if you bulk too fast. You will lose too much muscle if you cut too fast. There's no cheating the game of natural bodybuilding. You cannot cheat the game. A lot of you guys want to cheat the game, and the reason why you guys want to cheat the game is because you guys are so used to Amazon Prime. You guys are used to DoorDash. You guys are used to Netflix series all being available in one day. My YouTube video, I ain't gonna lie, I'm part of it. I post a YouTube video a day. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I got a few of you guys who DM me, comment. You guys watch me every day. Dopamine. If I miss a day or two, you guys are like, what the fuck is going on? We're so used to things being so easily accessible, right? It's not the same with natural bodybuilding, baby. You got to be in it. You got to strap up. You got to buckle up because you're in it for it. Okay, but this is what separates the boys from the men. Can you lock in? Can you stay locked in? Are you a motherfucker who needs to lock in and lock out, lock in and lock out? Again, we have Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas coming up. What is that gonna look like? That shit matters too. You think just because it's Halloween or just because it's Thanksgiving or just because it's Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or New Year's, you think your body doesn't care about calories? You think your body's gonna process cookies and donuts, your mom's favorite peach cobbler, and your grandma's pound cake, her famous pound cake? You think your body's gonna process those foods differently because it's holiday season? No, your body doesn't give a fuck. That's why I love the game. You know, a time like winter is really gonna separate the boys from the men. I'm gonna be shredded as fuck this winter. Look at me when I say this. I'm gonna be shredded as shit this winter. And you know why? Because I love the game and I'm dedicated to the game of building my best physique naturally. If you guys want my help to building your best physique, you guys want to join my coaching, access my personalized plans, my ebooks and programs, whatever it is, access my clothing line, book strategy, call me. Everything that I offer to help you guys level up will all be down in the description. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Randall Branch. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're not new, you should already be subscribed. You guys know who it is, man. This is Randall Branch Media. We're checking out, y'all. Peace.